Hey friends, hope everybody is doing well today. It's mid-February and 2015, and I'm gonna do another Microtech video. Of course, I just posted one on a custom Troodon, stainless steel Troodon that I had. That's pretty cool. And I just got this new one in today. This one here is a, oh, by the way, you can see some of this other stuff in the background here. This is a piece of aluminum. It's a dagger that comes on the custom packaging. 20 Marfion knives. You can use it as a patch if you wanted to. That's kind of cool. This is a bottle opener made of titanium by Microtech that I picked up at the 2012 Blade Show. Serial numbered. Get quite a bit of use out of that. In fact, I just cracked a beer with it. And you may be familiar with the Assailant credit card knife. This isn't one of the newer ones. This is a 2606 model and serial numbered. These are kind of cool, so you could use them for whatever. I've opened letters with them, but it's not very practical, not very sharp, but kind of cool nonetheless. Titanium. So that's that. So today I'm doing a video on this custom Anax. This was a limited run. You may be familiar with the Anax. I did one small video, and my buddy of mine, One Abominable One, did one on his site too. When I got just the plain Jane version, production version, which is titanium, plain titanium handle with an L-Max blade, just stone washed. I believe those knives retailed somewhere around $715 when they came out. So this one is more of a custom version. Still the beta grade titanium, but this one is, as you can see, heat colored, flame color, whatever you want to call it. Very cool pattern on this. It's kind of, I think it's been bronzed and then heat colored. The knife is actually darker than this is kind of showing up. It is really not shiny. It's just reflecting off the light here in the room. The steel on this is a Chad Nichols L-Max stainless Damascus, which is very cool. I'm really curious about the matrix and the makeup. I'm into steels, different steels and stuff. And Chad is the first person that I know of that used L-Max in the stainless steel in his Damascus matrix. And I'm not sure what else he's working on. Maybe M390, wouldn't that be kind of cool? He's done some San Mai stuff and whatnot, but his Damascus is very cool. So I tried to contact him. I want to talk to him about how he made this up and maybe the Rockwell on it, that kind of thing. But it's very cool that Tony picked it. You can see the pattern is very tight pattern. The knife is scary sharp. So other than that, the knife itself has everything the normal Anax knives do. Separate lock bar on it. Ball bearing, ceramic ball bearing, the Todd Begg tight pocket clip, which is very cool. It's got early lockup. Nice detent on the knife. Actually, the lock was a little sticky, that's why you saw that, which I like. Sucks it right in there. This is really cool too. The jimping that's on this knife, it's two types of jimping. You have a coarse and then a more fine, and kind of like the Damascus Lars Sabenzas, if you had them, they're really, for some reason, the jimping on Damascus gives you a lot more purchase. It feels sticky without being too aggressive where it hurts on your fingers. But this is really cool. I mean, even on the really fine jimping on the spine of the blade, it's got really good purchase. So, I mean, you can choke up on the knife if you want to and use it. I'm going to put this in my pocket. This is so very cool knife. I'm not sure if you can really pick it up, but inside it says A Marfion Anax. But again, just a very cool knife. Nice EDC size, a little larger. I think it has about a 3.6 blade, 3.6 inch blade. But the contour of the handle, and it is contoured, kind of dips down It's a little bit fuller through here. You have the semi-drilled holes. Oh yeah. The dagger logo. It's almost seamless. It's kind of cool with the flame pattern on here. It's, I mean, I know you can see where it attaches, but at certain angles and lower light, it almost looks seamless. It's the lockup. I mean, there's even jimping on the bottom, so you could, you know, hold it like this or like that. I could do a comparison video, or show you some comparison to other knives, but you can gather the size of it. If you're familiar, I mean, I've done videos with this knife. That's the Scarab, so you can see the size difference there. It's a full knife, but it's not a huge knife. The width of the blade is very cool. It's a lot thicker than like a large Sabenza, but still maintains a smaller contour of the handle. It almost looks off when you look at it. You're like, man, that's a lot of blade for the handle. And you can see it too, when it's closed, how much of the blade sticks out. But it's not, I mean, even in the pocket, it's very comfortable. Very comfortable. It sits flat, nice thick blade, but it sits flat in the pocket. I mean, you can almost hide it away in your hand. It's, I think it's a sheeple-friendly knife. You're not going to draw too much attention. Of course, this isn't a shiny blade or anything. You have the Damascus, which is, a little bit more subdued. I mean, it just begs to be used for cutting and whatnot. Here, I'll try to show you a Sabenza. Just to get a general idea of size-wise. So here's a large Chris Reeve Sabenza. Length is virtually the same size. I'm trying to put handle to handle so you can see. But again, the thickness, it's a lot beefier in the Anax. So, let's see if I have any other knives here that you guys might have. Kind of compare. Here's a zero tolerance 801, which is a pretty decent sized knife. The handle is a little bit shorter than the 801. Blade's about the same length though. So if you're used to one of these, this actually feels like a larger knife, or a longer knife anyways, I should say, than this. I mean, definitely wider handle. This is a great knife, great EDC knife. Full size. No jimping here, kind of wish there was. Anyhow, digress back to what we were focusing on. So if you can find these on the secondary market or whatever, they're still around. There's a lot of versions of the Anax out right now. There's one that's really cool, priced a little high on dealer sites, but it's very cool. It actually has just a plain Jane titanium handle, meaning no flame color or anything like that. But the steel on it, and I was looking at it before this, is a San Mai Damascus, where it's sandwiched, and you can just see the edge, of the core steel, the hardened core steel of the edge. But the prices, and that's what surprised me, because the price of that knife and the price of this knife were about the same. And I think this just has a lot more to offer. It's just personal preference on the, you know, the heat colored. It's you know, it's for looks, not so much function. But the aesthetics on the whole knife, no matter, you know, what you pick, it's great. I mean, there's ball bearing Damascus out there, just all kinds of different blades you can get, and all useful, all useful. You know, these things are pretty to look at, but first and foremost is they're functional. Tony's knives are very functional. I mean, even the OTFs, you can use them. Alright friends, well, thanks for looking at my video, and hope you guys are in the market to pick up one of these things. I wouldn't hesitate on any version if you can find the right deal. They're a little bit more pricey, but well worth it. I mean, it's a life knife. I can't wait for the 2015 Blade Show. I'll be there, and we'll see what kind of news, latest and greatest stuff Tony has to offer. Maybe a small version of the Anax. You never know. Alright friends, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sharp.